Hi, I am Vijayalakshmi. I am from Veltech University, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Now I am going to explain my project. My project title is Microcontroller Protocol for Secure Broadcast in Controller Area Network. Abstract. Actually, my project abstract is controller area network is a bus commonly used by controller inside vehicles and various industrial control applications. We design, refine, and implement a broadcast authentication protocol based on the well-known paradigm of using keychains and time synchronization. This mechanism is wireless sensor network. We study several trade-offs to alleviate shortcomings on computational speed, memory, bandwidth, and up to point of using reduced versions of hash functions. Existing system. In my project, my existing system having lots of problem. So if CAN does not send large blocks of data from point to point from one node to another node, so CAN network many short messages like temperature or RPM or broadcast of the entire network, which provides for data consultancy in every node of system. Another drawback is CAN is a serial communication bus originally developed for the automotive industry to replace a complex wiring harness with a two-wire bus. Another fault is the CAN communication protocol describes how information is passed between devices on a network and conforms to open system interconnection. And this is my proposed system. In proposed system, I'm going to using three protocols: CSMA, CD, and AMP. CSMA means that carrier sends multiple access, that each node on a bus must wait for a prescribed period of inactivity before attempting to send a message. Then collision reduction and arbitration on message priority means that collisions are resolved through a bitwise arbitration based on a pre-programmed priority of each message in the identified field of the message. In the best case, these delays were in order of several hundred microseconds. By this research, we hope that we give a first analysis on the feasibility of using cryptographic authentication in CAN networks, since by the nature of this family, the authentication protocol, small delays cannot be avoided. And this is my DFT zero level diagram. Then how we can send the message from source to destination using the protocol to controller area network. This is my DFD first level. Here I am using the CAN network. Using that CAN network, that I am using hash functions, cyber attacks. In application layer, I am going to using that security mechanism. Then I am using secure parameters, keychains also. This is my use case diagram. How that my project will be running. In sequence diagram, how that a project is sequentially flowing. And this is my activity. What are the activities I am doing for this project using CAN and microcontroller? That how actually this is my activity diagram. Here that in CAN network I am going to implement the microcontroller. In microcontroller I am going to put that security in application layer. In normally if in network, if you network having 7 OSI layers, but in CAN network I am using application layer because that security mechanism is very well defined in this CAN network. Then cyber attacks, then CSMA, AMP, CD collision, everything will be working in that under that process of application layer only. Keychains means if you send the message from source to destination, at the time where that message will be reached, that will be easily maintained by the keychains. Then authentication, if a problem is occurred, we can easily able to authenticate that that problems, we can able to handle that problem also. So I am using ad hoc security. This is my architecture diagram. This is my proposed architecture diagram. Here I am using that controller in the sense that controller area network. Data stage management system is a client server, then security container, then virtual machine. Because this project is fully based upon the Java, so it will be working in any virtual machine. So then rendering and media, then communication service. Here I'm using lot of protocol for communication services. Then standard technology and protocols. I'm using a standard technology like controller area network and protocol like Tesla protocols. These things will be used in this project. Then service invocation layer. Service invocation layer means here I'm using that application layer of OSI. So it serves good services in this project. Then registry repository, if the message is sent, that message will be stored in that repository like database. All that message will be stored in that in the registry repository. After that, that message will be taken by that microcontroller from source to destination. In the I'm using hash function here, so that message will be converted into byte code. Then first message will be stored in the repository system. After that, that message will be sent from source to destination. Then this is my partial source code. Here partial First I'm going to demonstrate my project, then I'm going to source code. This is my login page. In login page, if I give the username and password, like my username is admin, my password also admin. Then if username and password is valid only, we can go for next page. Yeah, if username and password is correct only, it will directly go to the server page. Then I'm going to minimize this page. And this is my network. Actually here I'm going to create three network 1 and network 2 and network 3. Network 1, here if I type any message, if I send any message, it will be receiving to the server. This is that if I am going to send any message here, after typing message I am going to give sending it. Then this is my server page. It will be automatically receiving. It was automatically receiving on that receiving page. This is my source code, and this is my source code. Here I am going to create login page for username and password. Then this source code I am going to using the string like text, that is password, and for admin that. Then here I am going to create that server module. Then here I am for client and server for sending message from source to destination. Here I am going to using the socket. This is my system testing. The purpose of testing is to discover the errors. Testing is the purpose of trying to discover every conceivable fault or weakness in a weak product. It provides a way to check the functionality of the components, sub-assemblies, and the finished product. It is the process of exercising software with the intent of ensuring that the software system meets its requirements and user expectation and does not fail in an unexpected manner. There are various types of tests. These are the types of tests I am using in my project: unit testing, integration testing, functional testing, system testing, white box testing, black box testing, acceptance testing. This is for test case analysis. Test case for login page. In login page, I am first create login page. It having identified class of valid input. If that valid input is then expected, then my remark is passed. Then I am create a valid username. It using the strings data types for username. Then as like that type for each and this is test case analysis for my network. Here I am going to already I created a 3 network for like a source. Here I am going to use given the valid IP address, create the port number, create message, create pages and non-duplicate messages. Then test case for server. This is my the destination. Here a microcontroller process hash function receiving the message. Thank you.